Okay, hello everyone. This is Psycho Wolf 11 here, and we're streaming the third case of the first trial in Phoenix Wright dual Destinies, and we're also celebrating my 1 year affiliate status on Twitch. So yeah, without further ado, I think we should just get on with it. Oh, my butterflies have butterflies in their stomach. So, what's it like to have your very own case for the first time? Like you wouldn't know, but my heart hasn't raced this fast since I ran the full marathon last year. If it keeps up, you might get a lawyer's high. You know, like a runner's high. Relax, everyone's nervous their first time. So, my fears weren't unfounded. After all, today's prosecutor is so terribly brutal. And went any means necessary to win a conviction. There's that the end justifies the means concept again. Now that it has come to this, we have no choice but to fight fire with fire. The end justifies the means. I wish you'd stop saying that. That's your method, Professor. I'm going to defend Juniper in my own way. But Miss Sykes, just yesterday you told me. As a lawyer, what... I don't normally read these, but I'll do it today. What is it that you treasure beyond all else? That's an easy one, Professor. Seeking justice for my clients. But if this trial proceeds in the same manner and ends in the same way as the mock trial, would you not lose everything you've worked so hard to gain? Well, I'll just have to make sure that doesn't happen then, won't I? My, but aren't you a stubborn one? Well, I suppose you will have to learn of your own inefficacy the hard way. Ugh. Forgive me, Professor Means, but can we just leave it at that? Oh dear, please forgive me. It's just I wish to protect Juniper by any means I can. I do too, but... Now, if you would excuse me... Ugh, thanks to him, I'm feeling even more pressure than before. Don't let it get to you, Athena. And don't forget to keep smiling. I'll be fine, and I haven't forgotten what Mr. Wright said. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Trial's about to begin. I'll show you to the courtroom, if you please. Apollo, I'm counting on you to support Athena this time. Okay, Mr. Wright, leave it to me. That's right, I have Apollo to back me up. Junie's fate rests in my hands. I won't rest until she walks free. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. Athena Sykes, the defense team leader is ready, Your Honor. That didn't sound very confident. You sure you're okay? I'll be fine. Baldness. I know. As usual, you would want me to deliver the opening statement. Ah! This case is crystal clear. I see no need to explicate... explicate it any further. Now summon the witness. Is there something the matter? Please do share your boldness. Whatever gave you that idea? Bailiff, call our first witness. And now we don't even get an opening statement. Detective Fulbright. He and Prosecutor Blackwell have become quite the team. Oh, right. The case brief. Leave it to me. Yes, let the detective in charge, everyone's favourite friend of justice, explain. What was that just now? It's like he and Blackwell are totally in sync. Well, I don't think they're capable of mind melding if that's what you're thinking. All right, Detective Fulbright. Would you please explain the case to the court? Professor Court's body was discovered on October 24th at approximately 2:30 p.m. She was murdered with this all I have here. The victim's blood and the defendant's prints were both discovered on it. All, I hate that word, all. It's like, how do you even... It sounds weird. All. Eek! How kind of him. Wow, that bro can deliver evidence too. Blackwell has trained him well. Maybe Blackwell should train it not to mess up people's hair while he's at it. Moving right along, the body was discovered on the outdoor stage, although no blood was found there. However, we detected traces of a massive amount of blood in the third floor art room. In short, the murder took place in the art room. So then the body has been moved from the art room to the stage. Precisely, and there is one more piece of irrefutable evidence. A recording made by a tape recorder that a school paper reporter hid in the art room. It captured a female voice screaming, "You're a goner!" What's this? You have such a recording? Must be from that tape recorder Miriam mentioned. Why is this the first time we've heard of a death threat in the moment of the murder? Shh! Silence, please! I would like to play the tape for you now. We're going. It is quite hard to hear. But the voice does sound female. The noise and low volume of the voice have made voice print analysis all but impossible. Then you haven't identified the voice as belonging to the defendant. Not so fast. After all, voice print analysis isn't everything. The victim was killed at night, then discovered in the afternoon the next day. The question is, when was the body moved? Oh, I know. It could have been moved in the middle of the night when no one was around. Sorry, but no. The campus was full of students that morning, however, no one reported seeing the body. That means the body was moved sometime before the mock trial when all the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall and the rest of the campus was empty. It was during this time Hugh O'Connor, one of our mock trial participants, found the body. So the prosecution heard about Hugh seeing the body. Wait a moment, if all of the students and faculty were gathered in the lecture hall, then there wouldn't have been anyone who could have moved the body. Ha ha ha! Have no fear, for there is always an exception. An exception? The three mock trial participants were standing by in individual dressing rooms. They were the only ones who had free access to the deserted campus before the mock trial. What? Then that would mean... What would that mean? Those three students were the only ones who could have moved the body. In justice we trust. I don't like where this is headed, Athena. Me neither. Let's go home. And by those three I mean Hugh O'Connor, Robin Newman, Juniper Woods. I knew it. Please, Detective Fulbright, don't say what I think you're about to say. In justice we trust. I take it everyone understands now. The voice believed to be that of the murderer was female. And out of the three people who could have moved the body, just one is a girl. That leaves the defendant, Juniper Woods, as the only possibility. No! Impressive. He has you on the ropes even before any cross-examinations. You could at least pretend to be upset for me. A splendid job, Fulbright. That could not be any clearer. Feel free to anticipate the salary raise next month. Ha 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 ha! I don't do this for the money. It's all about justice. In justice we trust! Not only a half-wit, but a perennial stick in the mud you are. I guess neither the carrot nor the stick works on Detective Fulbright, right? Fulbright. He's British. He's a full Brit. Now, bailiff, please bring our next witness to the stand. I forgot her voice, shit. So, our first witness is a cardboard box.
Stealth mode deactivated.
Oh my, the box has hands.
Smile, Your Honor.
That's not the voice I normally do for her. I forgot what it is. It's close to that. What the dickens? I've just had my picture taken.
Miriam Scuttlebutt, senior at the Legal Academy. I'm a reporter on Judge's course. Juniper's been a bad, bad girl. I'll tell you all about her crimes.
Might I ask whether you could come out of that box?
How will I get any more scoops if I burn my cover? So the answer is no. After all, covert action is an undercover reporter's bread and butter.
The testimony from a faceless witness is highly irregular. A former ninja I met in the clink said that exposing those who work in the shadows is to pass the death sentence upon them. Oh my, I had never thought of it that way. Very well, if it would spare a life, I'll make a special exception this time.
A former ninja in prison? Holy Shinto, how can the judge believe this load of crock?
Now your testimony, please. Oh, but take care not to reveal your face.
We just allow everything in this court that's not in favour to us.
The murder happened exactly like Juniper's mock trial script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script's content. But Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and the murder is just like her script.
Murder is just like our script. Could this such a thing be true?
Compare her script with the murder case and crime scene photos, then you'll see.
This is so simple. Even an ape posing as a decrepit old judge could understand. Only the victim and the defendant were privy to the script. Ergo, the defendant is the killer. Furthermore, in the art room where the crime supposedly occurred, the witness's script, along with an envelope on which "use" was written, were found. This proves that the accuser's script had been rejected the day before the mock trial. She pressed the victim to use her script. An argument ensued, and then a fatal stabbing.
That makes perfect sense. What now?
Prosecutor Blackwell has all his ducks lined up in a row. He's really on a roll now. Ugh, he's like a pit bull once it sinks its teeth into you.
How dare she? My script had it all. A bomb rap and phony evidence. Grudges and betrayals.
I trust the defense is ready to cross-examine the witness.
No problem. Yes, I'm ready. I think. Time to find a hole in her testimony and unbox the truth. I've seen it done over and over. I know I can do this. What happened exactly like Juniper's scripts. Up until the mock trial began, only they knew a bit. Professor Court sudden decision not to use the scripts. Since when was that a thing? Prep for mock trial final confirmation. Juniper has to be the killer. She has a motive and murder is just like a script. It's got to be this one. How do you know that Professor Court wasn't going to use her script?
There in the arts room where the heinous crime took place. An envelope marked "use" and Miriam Scuttlebutt's script were found. Evidently, the script that was going to be used belonged to the girl in the box over there.
It's only natural that my script would be accepted and hers rejected. I introduced all sorts of brand new concepts, including bribery and fake evidence. It was a cutting-edge script portraying a courtroom battle in the dark age of the law.
I can't help but feel Professor Court went out of her way not to use it.
But Juniper, she used some devious, underhanded tactics to get her script chosen. That's why her script and not my masterpiece were used in the mock trial. How's that for an explanation?
Yes. Love triangle.
feel like it's the planner. I'm wrong. That statement contradicts the evidence. It does? And how would that be? Just look at it. It's one huge contradiction. It's not. I got it wrong. I see. The reference is simply making another baseless assertion.
Eek! Crash and burn.
It's got to be this one, but I don't understand why. This case is so confusing. Sudden decision. Let me read through it all again. Wait. Quickly. The murder happened exactly like the script. Up until the mock trial began, only Professor Court and Juniper knew the script content, but Professor Court's sudden decision not to use the script sparked Juniper's murderous rage. Juniper has to be the killer. Why am I confusion? Should I... maybe I'll press that.
There must be places where the script in this case diverge.
Don't sweat the details. That kind of stress will give you wrinkles.
I'm not worried. My skin is as fair as silk.
Objection!
Indeed, you are quite fair. Fairly desperate.
Objection!
What did you just say?
Blackwell really turned that one around on you.
Whose side are you on? Hurry up and think of a clever comeback.
Oh, easy there, Athena. Now you listen to me. The two cases do indeed have their differences. For one, the stage hasn't yet been erected in the mock trial script, and in the actual case there were signs indicating the victim's wrists had been bound. But such differences pale in comparison to the host of similarities. In any event, replicating the crime without knowledge of the script is an impossibility.
Looks like I won't be passing this off as a coincidence.
What a turtle burn! Try again, why don't you, Pawn of the Woods?
Okay.
Hold it!
What's on this one?
Somebody could have stolen the peak beforehand.
I don't think so.
I mean, I tried any number of times. Shame on you, Miriam.
But that crafty she-devil Juniper has eyes in the back of her head. What chance does your average person have if an undercover reporter like me failed?
Interesting point, still. Miss Scuttlebutt, won't you get in trouble later for admitting to such an underhanded tactic?
Why, I plead entrapment!
How is you blurting out your own crime entrapment?
But you haven't scooped me yet. They were all on set to use Juniper's script.
It's got to be this statement, there's nothing else. Alright, it's not the planner. Why is it saying about murderous rage? Should I... This one? No. I don't want to read it. Oh my god, why am I doing so bad? Wasted effort.
Where's the love?
Okay, what about this one?
Anyone who saw the mock trial could have recreated the crime. After they saw the mock trial, they could have easily staged the body just like the script.
Objection!
Weary is the trial which pits Hawk against Canary.
What did you just say?
If he's so wary, he should try humping less. I bet that saves some energy.
This is no time for jokes, Apollo. He just called me a canary.
Don't let him get to you. At least canaries pick up on things quickly, just like you. I shan't repeat myself, so listen carefully, Sykes Dono. Hugh O'Connor discovered the body before the mock trial even began. How could one stage a body as it is in the scripts before anyone knew its contents?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you even fathom the intricacy that goes into staging a crime scene? No, I think not. You have the rudimentary mind of an elementary school child.
Elementary school? Reporter's testimony throws attorney Athena Sykes for loop. The perfect caption.
How marvellous! Photo in the newspaper is just the thing to boost your brand.
In the school paper, seriously?
I believe you've pressed the witness more than enough, Miss Sykes. Oh, so I didn't need to present anything. Now do you see how clear-cut my case is? Take it now, and in that fair, desperate mind of yours. Etch it deep so you may never forget.
No! No! Even my arguments get thrown back into my face. It wasn't supposed to be like this. What am I going to do?
Athena, you should just have about all the answers you've been looking for now.
Huh?
Think about it this way. If the killer knew the details of the mock trial, would they really commit the crime in the exact same way?
I don't follow.
Try to place yourself in the killer's shoes. I bet you'll discover an inconsistency if you do.
Ah! I get it. Thanks, Apollo. Miss Scuttlebutt, just so we're clear, you're claiming that the killer intentionally made the crime scene look like it was in the script. And that is, beyond the shadow of a doubt, not a coincidence. Is that correct?
No, duh. After all, it's just one evidence of Juniper's evil she-devil ways.
Objection!
What did I say? What did I say?
Our client made the crime scene look just like the script, something known only to her. That would be not just foolhardy, but completely irrational.
What do you mean?
Yes, Miss Sykes, please tell the court what you mean by irrational.
It wouldn't make any sense for Junice to mimic her own scripts on purpose, because it would make her the culprit. The murder scene was the same as it was in the mock trial script. That oh my god, why can't I say that? That in and of itself is irrational.
What's wrong with them being the same?
Yes, Miss Sykes, care to explain what you mean?
Okay, let's say for the argument's sake that Miss Woods is the killer. If so, then what reason would she have to intentionally make the actual murder mimic her own script?
That's easy. She was admitting that she was the... Ah!
That's right. If she really had done that, it would have been like proclaiming to the world that she was the killer. So what we actually have here is evidence of someone trying to frame our client. The body was found the day of the mock trial, ensured the day the details were revealed. So it would be completely inconceivable for the murder to go exactly like the script.
Don't let it go to your head just yet.
Objection!
It would appear Justice Stoner's comrade in arms has finally drawn her sword. However, the blade is dull, and it shall remain so until you master its use.
Enough of the stupid sword metaphors already.
There is a perfectly good reason for the inconsistency of which you speak.
Reason? What reason?
Must I spell out everything? You are what people today call high maintenance. The accused had intended to stop the mock trial, and in that event, nary a soul would have been the wiser to the similarities of the case in the script.
Objection!
No, the mock trial was only stopped after the body was accidentally discovered.
Objection!
Our witness here had also discovered the body. In fact, she was led to our dearly departed professor by the accused herself.
What? Miss Scuttlebutt saw the trouble. Miss Scuttlebutt saw the body too?
Precisely. With the discovery of the body, the mock trial ought to have been cancelled.
Wait, so you didn't call the police?
Nope, I kept it a secret
For my big scoop. You couldn't do that.
I made her pay long and hard penance for her sin. Did I not, my little box top?
compared to the work of a war correspondent. The sheer terror of that was... Ah!
Jeez, I wonder what the Twisted Samurai did to her.
Block her full of holes in her box? And spin her like a top while Detective Fulbright cackled in delight?
That sounds more nauseating than scary. Enough jabbering. Witness, continue your testimony.
Sure, Mr. Samurai. I'm ready to finish off that she-devil. I snuck into Juniper's dressing room while everyone was in the lecture hall. Juniper changed into her stage costume, I asked her, "What are you doing?" When suddenly she fled into the hallway, as if she wanted me to follow her. I followed her all the way to Professor Court's body. She led me right to it. I'm positive it was Juniper because she was wearing the costume that she had made.
Hold it!
Why did you withhold such key testimony?
What's that supposed to mean?
Athena, you haven't even started your cross-examination. I know, but her testimony points to her as being a potential suspect. Well, I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell is. No, wait. I bet he's already thought of that. The witness left the lecture hall to sneak into Miss Wood's room before the mock trial. That means she too could have moved the victim's body. The prosecution's claim no longer has any grounds to stand on.
No!
Now, no need to ruffle your own feathers so. When you squeak like a little brat, it agitates his Tucker. Do you want him to peck your eyes out?
No thanks.
You listen here. The witness has a perfectly good alibi. Oh my god, my voice! Woo!
Oh yeah, I do. Around the estimated time of death, there was an undercover reporter class. It's right near my home.
Undercover reporter class? The proverbial rug has been pulled from under you. The witness could not be the killer. The defense must look before leaping, or at least make sure the rug's secure to the floor. I tried to warn you.
Ooh.
Well, why did I do that? Well, there ends the cross-examination. Let's allow the witness to step down.
Huh? No, wait a minute.
The defense has no right to cross-examine the witness after that little spectacle. For whatever a man is sowing, this he will also reap.
Why can't he say you reap what you sow?
Very well, if the cross-examination is over, I suppose the witness may go home. Perhaps spend some time in her lovely box and recover from today's stressful events.
Don't you worry about me, Your Honour. There's no rest for the wicked or journalists either. My third eye is always eyeing a scoop.
She's always eyeing a scoop?
Well, back to the trenches. Bye-bye.
Hold it!
Not so fast, Miss Scuttlebutt. Apollo? There's just one thing I'd like to ask. Did you take a picture of the victim's body? And if not, why not?
Hey, well, that is... No, I didn't take one.
Well, that's strange. Why wouldn't you take a picture if you're always eyeing a scoop? Did you or didn't you really see the victim's body?
It's not like I, actually saw it, but...
What the devil? Did you hear that, Your Honour? The witness didn't actually see the body. That completely overturns the prosecution's claim that the witness was led to it. Justice Dono, you dare bear steel at me again?
Nice try, boy wonder. So what if I didn't see the body? The fact remains that Juniper led me there. Feast your eyes on this.
What exactly am I looking at here?
It's a crucial moment, forever frozen in time by my third eye. Photo clearly showing Juniper Woods.
Why did you not tell me of this?
It's a shocking scoop. I was signaling for just the right moment. That would be right now, right here in court. Surprise! What'd I do? All journalists keep their scoop secret until the right moment.
She's pretty brave hiding it from Blackwell like that.
Or pretty stupid. Well, this is an unexpected talent.
Athena, about this picture. See how it only shows the back of the subject?
Ah, so then...
Right. Who knows whether this photo shows Juniper in the first place? Completely irrelevant point. What is relevant here is, there was someone who did try to lead the witness to the body. Take a gander at this, the route by which the accused escaped.
The witness pursued the accused this way, after she fled the dressing room. The accused descended to the first floor and exited to the quad, then watched Carton cretin.
Then I tripped and fell, caught my knee on my own box.
She stayed under a box even while running after someone? Sounds difficult.
Recalled that the body was already there, because Hugh O'Connor had already seen it. She was trying to show someone the body because she wanted to stop the mock trial.
But if the facts have changed, that's all the more reason to cross-examine the witness.
The defense has a point there. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Seems Justice Dono has saved your pretty little hide, Missy. For now, at least.
Whew.
Guess I pulled that off somehow.
Thanks, Apollo. You're a lifesaver.
Incidentally, my compliments to the witness for her very fine box.
It's primo cardboard, lovingly selected from among many.
Tell another lie or hide another fact from me, and I shall put it to the torch.
Please, anything but that.
I think it would be more eco-friendly to recycle it, but that's just me. All right, Miss Sykes, you may cross-examine the witness. He's like, yeah, you can destroy our box, but I feel like you should recycle it. So snuck into it, right? Snuck in when she was in the lecture hall. Everyone else was in the lecture hall. Juniper changed into a stage costume. Also, what are you doing? When suddenly she fled into the hallway as if she wanted me to follow her. Followed her all the way to Professor Cole's body. I'm positive with Juniper because she's wearing a costume that she just made. That looks nothing like the costume.
Objection!
Miss Scuttlebutt's sole basis for identifying our client as the figure in his photo is the fact that it shows someone in Miss Wood's stage costume.
Well, it is Juniper's costume, so that must be Juniper in it. It's clear cut.
No, that's where you're completely mistaken.
What?
This is a design drawing of our client's stage costume.
Oh my, what a wonderful creation! The constellations are extraordinary.
I'm glad you noticed because those stars are precisely what's important here. In the drawing, there are constellations all over the outside of the costume. There's not a single star on the costume in the photo.
No, and that means, what exactly?
Your Honor, there were no other blue costumes at the scene, which leads me to believe that the figure in the photo was wearing our client's costume inside out.
But why would Miss Woods make a mistake like that?
Well, it's not really a matter of why, but rather who made the mistake of putting it on inside out.
Wait, you're not suggesting...
That's right, I'm glad you're catching on. The costumes designer wouldn't put her own costume on inside out.
It's hard doing her weird little cats that she's doing. She's like,
Sorry, Miss Scuttlebutt, but doesn't believing you had a scoop when you really didn't make you a failure as a reporter?
A failure as a reporter.
Why, hello, Miss Scuttlebutt. So nice to meet the woman beneath the box.
You didn't see nothing.
Objection!
now I would have you stop right there, Sykes Dono. For it is the why of the matter upon which I would have had this court focus.
What do you mean?
Miss Juniper Woods,
Yes,
what were you doing on the morning of the mock trial?
I was in my dressing room, painting my costume in fluorescent paint. Fluorescent paint? My design drawing shows twinkling stars on the costume. I was going to make the costume shimmer like that by painting the inside fluorescent.
What was that again? Fluoride? Did your costume have cavities?
Not fluoride, fluorescent, as in glowing. The paint would make it glow in the dark.
Yes. So you applied that to the inside of the costume, and then?
I let it dry for a while because I heard it takes a long time. So I put the costume on my mannequin inside out. Inside out? So then...
This is the photograph of the inside-out costume taken in the dark. As you can see, there is a heavy layer of paint over the entire inside surface. If someone were to properly don this costume in this state, the wet paint would get all over their body. Why, yes, I believe it would. Indeed, ergo, the costume was worn by the way it was, not by anyone's mistake. But because this was the way it was on the mannequin, inside out.
Yeah!
Figures he would have a photo.
Did we just fall into his trap?
Yeah, I bet Blackwell had it all planned out. Still, I think you should give this photo a nice long look.
Oh, please tell me you found something that doesn't add up.
Check out the chest area, it kinda looks like handprints to me.
Hey, you're right. But you even know better than to touch while the paint was still wet.
Objection!
I believe the term to describe your thought process is wishful thinking. After all, if master painters make some mistakes, why not a rank amateur such as the accused?
Objection!
So basically you're saying my claim requires evidence to back it up.
Evidence? That shouldn't be a problem, right? After all, you've come this far.
Just because I've come this far doesn't mean I've thought of everything out. Thought everything through, though.
What? You mean you've just been bluffing?
What did you expect me to do? I'm sick of losing to this guy. But you're right. There's only one thing left to do at this point. And that's to present some evidence. Pronto.
A showdown, is it? I gladly accept.
The fluorescent paint must have stuck to the hands of whoever touched the costume. And that paint should glow in dark places. So I just need to carefully check every last piece of evidence. This piece of evidence shows who touched the costume.
Take that!
School newspaper? Interesting.
Take a look at the photo where the lights are dimmed and the spotlight is on Miss Woods. Observe Mr. Newman's hands in that photo as he stands at the prosecutor's bench. As you can see, it's glowing, just like Miss Wood's fluorescent paint.
It is glowing. Quite brightly, I might add.
But why would he put fluorescent paint on his hands for the mock trial, you may ask? The answer is he wouldn't. Not on purpose. It got there when he put the costume on.
Oh? That means... What again?
It means the figure photographed in his costume was not our client, Juniper Woods. It was her classmate, Robin Newman.
What? I think you were actually able to prove that.
Well, you never know what's going to happen next. That's the thrill of the courtroom.
So then... Does that mean Robin is our man?
Well, certainly how it looks.
Very well, Mr. Robin Newman this is. He is here in the gallery, I trust. Show yourself, I challenge you to a duel. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? I'm Robin Newman!
I want to become a great artist. I practice day and night. Yeah! No, that's not it. Art's gonna be sincere, man.
So for the occupation, should we just put down budding artist?
No! Phoenix Legal Academy Senior Prosecutor course! This brace is proof of my masculinity! I've been training to be a prosecutor for 18 years! I assume you'll be cleaning up the pottery you smashed before you leave today. Ah! Oh, man! Ah! Seems the witness has finally settled down. I guess nothing phases the judge after all these years. You may proceed with your testimony, Mr. Newman. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you have fluorescent paint on your hand. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there! When I walked by that pretty costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin it was about to fall on me! I got that paint on me when I caught it! But I never put it on, that's just stupid!
Hold it!
Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness. Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but... No! Not again. What's his problem? I sensed at the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. Bro, why are you so mad? I went to see Juniper in the waiting room, but she wasn't there! When I walked by that pretty costume, I was like, whoa! The mannequin it was about to fall over! I got that paint on me when I caught it. I never put it on, that's just stupid! He had to catch the mannequin as it suddenly started to fall over. Even I can guess this one. The most unnatural response would have been surprise. Paolo's right, so maybe I should try focusing on some other emotion.
Got it!
When you mentioned the stage costume, I sensed a sudden powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman? Wait, what? Why would a frilly scarf thing and a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing. I'm a dude and I'm into braces! You don't think Robin's actually got a thing for Juniper's outfit, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. No way, man! The mannequin came falling towards me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story! That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Even after the update, something doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that can prove his statement contradicts what really happened? Yes, because the fingerprints aren't looking like that. You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands up to stop it. If so, then the fingers of your hands would have been pointing outwards like this. That's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more just like your thumb than the base of your palm. Why in the world would I leave such a weird handprint? You know why. You left them when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like Miss Wood's clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on. But I don't like girly clothes, man! Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. I snuck in knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding, even though I'm a guy. Then I saw it. It was even more amazing than I'd imagined. I was like, whoa, I'm a guy, but I got all excited. It's true, I did put on girly clothes. But it was strictly for artistic purposes. There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man! Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on. But you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal! Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Oh, no! You're not fooling anyone. Now tell us why you were sad. Okay, fine! If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper! Well, no offense, but his habit of shouting at the top of his lungs doesn't exactly help. No! That's not it! I totally own those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty! But there's something that keeps getting in my way! Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions? We saw those during the Ninetales Vale incident. So all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right! Help me look for a conflict between his statement and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes. But what could it be? Fine, I'll testify, man! I snuck in knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding, even though I'm a guy. It's true, I felt a powerful feeling when I saw that long frilly scarf. I admit it, I wore girly clothes. I felt like a diva when I pulled the hood over my head. It felt so right, I was totally dressed up like a girl.
Got it!
The brace?
Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you think you should be? Huh? Oh, what? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No, wait, man, this is a symbol of my masculinity. I can never take it off. Is it that you can't take it off, or that you don't want to take it off? Oh, man, I should have kept my mouth shut. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger towards his brace, which he calls a symbol of masculinity. But he can't take it off, not even when he's trying to look pretty. What could be the root of this complicated relationship with his brace? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret. Athena, you okay? It seems Robin is still hiding a secret, a big one. Bigger than the fact that he's secretly jealous of Juniper's looks? Yes, at least I think so. No, it can't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. What? I'm onto your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. Mr. Newman, or should I say, Miss Newman, you are and always have been a girl. What? Have you lost the plot, Athena? No, I'm completely serious. I don't have any direct evidence, but that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear.
Hold it!
I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. Oh! Oh! Seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. Oh! 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 You are now surely Justice Dono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit.
If you guys are done talking about me, I'm.
The brace! It's... Miss Sykes, no, allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs.
But no! What? No way! Nah! Surely this must be some kind of jest.
No, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a PEEK.
Ah!
As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. I was raised as a boy since I was little. I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now this living the lie that had me pinned to the ground, it's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now I can't stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm going to be an artist. Yay!
Order! Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she.
Eek! Why is everyone looking at me like that? I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy. OKAY.
No pics or you'll regret it, man! Am I just imagining things, or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he?
I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest. Literally.
This is all well and good, but does he being a she actually change anything?
The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things. Because there is a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate.
Re-evaluate? Very well. Let's see what the defense has to say for us now. What piece of evidence must we reconsider now that we know that the witness is a girl?
Take that!
This is what I'd like the court to reconsider.
Oh, the tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat. You're a goner.
That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And this is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect.
Ah, so then...
That's right. The witness just revealed that she's a girl. Therefore, if we are using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labelled a suspect too. Oh no!
Wow, talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
Objection!
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl both at the crime scene and in court. I say that puts her in camp suspicious. It's not nice, Athena. How could you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me...
Objection!
Suspicious as a suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfound lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods, by leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body. That would make her an accessory to the crime.
How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Birdman. In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not?
Objection!
He made it all make sense somehow. But he'll keep accusing Junie unless we can show someone else knew the script's details. But how could someone have gotten their hands on that kind of info? The only way that could... What? What? Oh, I've lost... My brain just stopped for a second. The only way that they could have known what was in the script was if they... saw the mock trial, heard it from Junie, and the script. What does that even mean? Oh, wrote it. Oops. I've got it! All anyone has to do is write their own script. This is wrong. In a completely stream of a thought, devil may quick care away. I'm not even going to ask how such a Frankenstein can resemble the actual script. No! Oh well, it's at first you don't succeed. Heard it from Junie. Sorry, Junie, but you're not gonna like this. Our client may have leaked the script's details to someone. What the devil? And I know I shouldn't have, but... Sorry, my dogs are barking. I revised the script to favour the prosecution. Professor Court noticed it immediately and changed it back. Miss Woods did not want Hugh O'Connor to win the mock trial. That's why I believe she leaked the details to the witness, Robin Newman. I get it. If Robin won, Hugh wouldn't be able to confess to Juniper. Right, Junie was probably trying to keep their friendship from becoming awkward. Could you, Fina? What a bunch of bull! I never heard a word about the script from Juniper. Never ever!
Objection!
You sure? Can you look me in the eye and swear you didn't? B.A.D. Athena! You don't have any evidence! Actually, we might just have to think. Really? Yeah, one of Robin's lines I read when we were reenacting the mock trial. Here's a Oh, this is Clavian. What does he sound like? Here's a shot of the crime scene. Ironically, it was Professor Court who posed as the corpse. Hair full head, now that the mock trial participants react to his photo. Mr. Newman was surprised by what Professor Court was wearing. Robin said, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." S-U-R-E! I might have said something like that, but so what? Well, think of it this way, Athena. Yeah, which way exactly? If I told you that I'd be wearing a blue suit today, but then showed up wearing what I've got on now, what would you say? Oh, the red suit. Ah, I think I've got it. Your Honour, we have evidence proving that Miss Newman knew the contents of the script. The defence moves to present said evidence to the court.
Very well, Miss Sykes, present away.
This evidence proves that Miss Newman had prior knowledge of the script's contents. What? Oh, red one from the prosecutor board.
Take that!
The mock trial script.
Miss Newman, during the mock trial you were shown a photo of the victim's body. And reportedly you reacted by saying, "Oh, the green sweatsuit." Oh, yes, I said that. What's your point? You seem to have some issue with the green sweatsuit, and I think I know why. The proof is in the script, specifically on the Things to Prepare page. Sweatsuit. Victim's outfit will be a red one from the prosecutor's course. You were surprised because the sweatsuit in the photo was green. But if you didn't know about the script's content, then that shouldn't have surprised you. No! I thought we were friends, Athena. How could I have been so blind? In light of her privileged knowledge, I move to declare Miss Newman a suspect, Your Honour.
You what?
script details makes me a suspect, then there must be others besides me. I mean, someone else could have also seen Professor Court's note. Note? What note? The Professor and Juniper were working together to prepare for the mock trial. But only one copy of the script was made to prevent it from being leaked. But that gets kind of inconvenient, right? You're not seriously going to suggest... Eek, but it's the truth! Professor Court did exactly what you're thinking. She didn't write down any of the proceedings or the truth behind the case. But she did write a note to herself about the props and the details about the victim's BODY. Is this really true, Miss Newman? If you don't believe me, send the police over to my house. Tell them to check the pictures on my camera. I thought it might give me an advantage. So I took a picture of the note.
I'd say she's telling the truth.
Wait a sec. If there's a note with details about the body, then that means there are others who could have made the murder look like our client's script.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Apparently this case isn't as clear-cut as Prosecutor Blackwell would have us believe. This new revelation blasts a big fat hole in the prosecution's case.
Aho!
Objection!
Bully for you, Missy. But don't think this spells victory.
And why not?
The battle is still young, and my blade is now fully drawn. Between it and my next witness, your life will be forfeit, so put away your wooden sword. And show me what you're truly capable of, if you wish to live.
You want it? Don't worry, I'm going to bring it.
I already said I want nothing to do with this trial. How juvenile. It is not a matter of what you want, for you will corroborate Hugh O'Connor.
Prosecutor Blackwell, why have you called this witness?
You will recall that the day before the mock trial, in short, the day of the murder, the accused testified that she left for home around 6 p.m.
Yes, my notes here do confirm the fact.
Right, our client wasn't at school at the estimated time of death, so she couldn't be...
Objection!
Yet that was but a felicitous lie. Am I mistaken, golden boy? I've no intention of saying anything more. Now, if you excuse me.
Hold! I'm not through with you yet.
Seems the rogue prosecutor has it out for me. Leave, and we just might discuss you-know-what.
No, wait!
One little statement and Mr. Cole loses it? What's that all about?
I changed my mind. I'll stay and testify. Are you sure, Mr. O'Connor?
The word of a genius is as good as gold. Let's get on with this. Hugh O'Connor, a senior at Themis Legal Academy, lawyer course. How's that?
Just fine. Your testimony then, if you please.
You're up against the top of the class now. I'd be careful if I were you.
I know Junie would never lie like that. That pompous schoolboy won't know what hit him.
To get mentally prepared for the mock trial, I meditated at the archery range till 7 p.m. At around 7:15, I went to the main building. Before going home, that's when I saw Juniper. We didn't say much as we passed by each other. She seemed her usual self. That's it. Anything else you'd like to ask? That is quite enough. Well done, golden boy. The final bell rings at 7 p.m., at which the campus is a desolate place. Now, we will record a tape recorder. We know the time of the voice recording. It was 7:10 p.m., the day before the mock trial. That was the dark hour of this heinous crime.
Do you have any proof of that?
As its final bell, the school plays a special broadcast when the clock strikes 7. The female voice on the tape appears 10 minutes after that broadcast. That killer waited until the school was empty to spring her devious and deadly trap.
So, when the witness told the defendant, that would have been...
Indeed, it was 5 minutes after the voice was captured on tape in the art room.
Ergo, we know that the accused was still in the main building even after the killing. So the time of the murder and the time of when the body was moved.
Great! Another inconvenient testimony.
Miss Sykes, your cross-examination, please.
Hold it!
Alright, I'll take you up on your kind offer.
I expected as much. So go ahead, ask away.
Mr. O'Connor, I want to ask you... Did you stop by the art room? Or as it's now known, the scene of the crime?
No, I didn't.
Can you prove it?
As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But let me ask you, can you prove that I did?
As much as I'd like to say I could, I can't. But I will ask, how often do you visit there?
Hardly ever. There's no reason for me to be there anyway.
There's no reason for you to be there?
Is there an echo in here? If something's bothering you, I'll just add it to my testimony.
I'll consider it. Thank you for noticing. Let's add your statement to your testimony.
Oh, let me add, I never went to the art room. There was no reason for me to be there. Does anything put him in the art room? I'm not really sure. I don't want to say this, but I mean, maybe.
Objection!
No. I'm gonna lose this case. Oh my god.
That statement contradicts the evidence.
It does? And what would that be? How would that be?
Just look at it. It's one huge contradiction.
I see. The defense is useless.
Oh, this one's so complicated.
Hold it!
I'll take up your kind offer again.
Why did you say you passed the bell? Sure.
Why would an honor student like you ignore the last bell?
I wouldn't say I ignored it. I was simply running a little late.
Do you remember exactly how late?
You're a stickler for details, lady. But if I had to say, it was maybe about 10-15 minutes. If you think that's important, I'll add it to my testimony.
I was hoping you'd say that.
The final bell had run 10-15 minutes earlier, no biggie.
Hold it!
You ignored the last bell for no reason? Shame on you.
No, shame on you, pressing me for no reason. Ugh. Well, people do run late sometimes, like you on the day of this whole case began. Apollo's face is interesting though. What's he doing? Ah! It appears we have a culprit in the case of the pot calling the kettle black.
F2, Your Honor. Now what? Ask another question?
How did you prep for the mock trial?
Please tell the court what you were doing on October 23rd, the day before the mock trial.
That's an easy one. Nothing in particular.
Nothing at all. You didn't help with the preparations.
You don't get it, do you? I was merely playing the role assigned to me. I left the preparations and the like to the others. My job was to be mentally prepared.
Junie put her heart and soul into getting things ready while he just sat on his behind.
Just to reiterate, I spent most of the 23rd meditating at the archery range. I didn't talk to anyone until the school closed at 7 p.m. I suppose a few archery club members did come and go while I was there.
But you didn't talk to anyone, not a single soul.
That's right. I didn't say a word to anyone until the final bell at 7 p.m.
I see. This is crucial information. Please add it to your testimony.
I don't know if you're bluffing, but if you are, you have a pretty good poker face. Ha!
Objection!
See, I knew it was the freaking journal. I just didn't know what statement.
So, you didn't talk to anyone on October 23rd, are you sure about that?
I already told you. My word is as good as gold.
Okay then, how do you explain this? And don't spare any details.
Sorry, never seen that before.
This is the victim's planner. She recorded all of her plans in great detail. Take a look at the page here. It reads, 23rd, meet with Hugh, and important. Don't you find that interesting?
What? Where did you get that?
The key word here is important. You say you were at the archery range all day. But you also said a few students came and went while you were there. That doesn't sound like a great place for an important talk.
But the entire campus was buzzing with activity before the mock trial. Where could they have possibly had a private conversation?
I thought about that too, but the situation changes after last bell.
What's this now?
Witness stayed there after the last bell. In order to have a private talk with the victim. Am I right, Mr. O'Connor?
This is insane.
Objection!
Must we go through this yet again? I suppose you have no evidence as usual.
No, I don't have any direct evidence. However, the witness was meditating until after the last bell, and he attempted to conceal his private meeting with the victim.
First Robin, now me. Who are you going to accuse next? You're just another unscrupulous attorney looking to get ahead.
Don't let him get to you, he's definitely hiding something. I mean, he was supposed to meet with the victim around her estimated time of death. I had my suspicions about Robin, but Hugh seems just as guilty. These three are the only possible suspects after all. Mr. O'Connor, answer me this. Did you meet with Professor Court that day?
Sorry, jailbird prosecutor. I don't mean to steal your thunder, but I've got something to say. If it will save me some trouble, then by all means speak away. If you would recall, Miss Sykes, the voice on the tape recorder was female. Knowing that, I'd like you to explain how I could possibly be a suspect.
Oh, he has a point.
Impressive, Golden Boy here does shine gold indeed. Care to take the reins? You're more than capable of prosecuting this case. Sorry, but I'm studying to be a lawyer. What's a pity, to think such genius is to be wasted on mere lawyering. At last, your moment is here, Sykes Dono. Time to refute Golden Boy's statement and prove that you're the young prodigy worthy of the badge on your lapel.
Could he lay any more pressure on?
The voice is unmistakably female, so there's no point in arguing about that.
Yeah, you're right. In which case... So whom does the voice on the tape really belong to? The voice on the tape belongs to the victim. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Objection!
Are you mad? The voice on the recording says you're a goner. That is something a murderer shouts at their victim, not the other way around.
Yeah, that is a problem. You're a goner. You're a goner. You're a goner.
Athena?
You're a goner? You a goner? Hugh a corner? Hugh a corner?
Wait a second! Whoa, Athena, you're scaring me here.
You're scared? I'm terrified for even coming up with this. With what? Prosecutor Blackwell, you wanted to know if I'm worthy of my badge. Well, I'm about to show you why. Despite my age, I can wear it with pride.
Oh, then can I take it you won't be changing your argument? Still, it stands that it's a bit odd for the victim to be the one yelling you're a goner.
I agree if that's what the victim was saying, but it's not.
I assume you have something to back up your assertion, Miss Sykes.
Not exactly, but you don't have to add fuel to his fire, Your Honor. If it is indeed Professor Court's voice on the tape, then she was shouting because she was... scolding O'Connor. I would like to call one basic fact into question. Is that shout on the tape really saying you're a goner?
What are you up to now, Athena?
Professor Court's planner says she was supposed to meet with the witness for an important talk. Perhaps our witness, despite being a genius, had done something wrong. And this made Professor Court get angry with him during their private meeting.
I don't see how this changes what we heard on the tape.
Well, if you want to see how it changes things, then let's try a little experiment. Your Honor, I want you to yell at the witness as if you are mad at him. But, and this is important, use his full name.
Okay, let's see. Hugh O'Connor! What did I do to deserve that?
Yes, like that. Now try again, but faster.
Hugh O'Connor! Hugh O'Connor? Who O'Connor? Hugh O'Connor? Wait a second. No, this can't be.
Objection!
You think I'd spend the energy to lead you this far if it wasn't true? Ah, but it is, Your Honor. Humans are not perfect, that's a scientific fact. We sometimes mistake shadows for monsters, or the wind for voices.
Now that you mention it.
You can do this, Athena. Just give the old guy one more little push. The sound on that tape recorder never was the phrase "you're a goner." That's only what we thought we heard when, in fact, it was the witness getting yelled at. The court will note that this is different from the selective hearing men are so good at.
I think you're right, but what was that last part again?
Never mind. The important thing is that the voice that was recorded isn't our client's. And since he was the victim scolding the witness, he must now join the list of suspects.
Objection!
I had thought that testimony would suffice, but it seems it has come to this. I will not allow such fallacious quibbles to upend this case. The prosecution has one final piece of evidence to present to the court.
The evidence? What's he going to pull up now?
Feast your eyes on this photo, and let me see that incident look vanish from within them. Let's see here. Oh, that's a picture of the defendant and the victim. The photograph shows professor and student preparing for the mock trial together.
Wait, was this taken in the art room? The room where the murder occurred?
Indeed it was, but the revelations do not end there. Do you see the clock on the wall? It reads 7:05, a mere 5 minutes before the voice was recorded on the tape.
What?
The accused brutally stabbed the victim to death 5 minutes after this photo was taken. It seems the defendant's culpability in this crime is quite obvious.
Judy was with Professor Court just 5 minutes before she was murdered? What now? Nothing I say can change that fact.
Understand now? You can believe in your client all you wish, but try as you might. Such misplaced faith will inevitably be cut down before the cruel, steely blade of truth.
Nah!
Listen, Missy, the person you died to save more than anyone else in the world, I'd be willing to wager that your defense isn't what they desire.
But I became a lawyer so I could...
You still fail to understand. After so much pain and defeat, the courts are not the playgrounds of little children dressed as lawyers. So before you break your back in failure, run along home and grow up. I can't keep screaming, my voice is going.
If he thinks I'm giving up now, he's got another thing coming. I have to find my inner strength if I ever hope to save him. But I can't think of any way to strike back. The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. It's impossible. How could I smile under these circumstances? Even if I forced it.
It's better than bad. Who knew Blackpool had that one up, waiting in the wings? Why didn't that Twisted Samurai just present it at the beginning?
Wait, maybe this was his real plan. Was he just trying to show me how weak and powerless I am? Maybe he's right, because I really haven't got a clue. Who's the real killer? Who murdered Professor Constance Court? Robin Newman, a girl who had been forced to live a lie as a guy? Or was it Hugh O'Connor, the honour student who had met with Professor Court?
There seems to be a little reason to debate the defendant's guilt any longer.
The time for a verdict has come. No! That's not gonna happen, man! What's the meaning of this? You can't interrupt a judge about to hand down a...
Maybe, but false verdicts are a N-O-N-O.
What?
Miss Newman, please explain yourself. Juniper's not the killer. I know because I know who the real killer is. You do? You know who the real killer is? What is she up to now? Yep, I know because the real killer is... M-E me!
What? It was me! I did it alone! Just me!
I don't get it. Why is she confessing?
Miss Newman was a witness near the stage. There's even a related photo of her. The more I think of it, the more suspicious she seems.
Robin Newman isn't the kind of guy who pins the blame on her friends. Just so he can walk free. Get it over with. Declare me guilty already. Please, wait. Juniper, what are you doing? Thank you for all you've done, Fina, but you'll have to forgive me. I can't let my friend take my blame any longer. Junie, no! Don't do it! You and Robin have done nothing wrong. They have absolutely no connection to this case. The real killer is me. I alone am responsible for the entire crime.
What?
Objection!
Junie, you know that's not true. Hurry up and retract your statement. I'm afraid it's true. Forgive me, Fina.
Order! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? I see right through your cheap ploy. School rules state that a prior conviction terminates one's eligibility to graduate. A guilty verdict here would make whatever dreams one had to go up in a puff of smoke. Oh, I wasn't aware. Even meek little mice will fight when cornered. Pitiful spectacle, I might add. These vermin are trying to protect each other now that they've nowhere else to run.
Protect each other? Wait. So was Robin just trying to protect Junie too? If so, then the real killer is...
This whole thing's a joke.
Uh-oh, now it's Hugh's turn.
What? What is wrong with these kids these days? I know what just crossed your minds, Mrs. Sykes. You think I'm the killer, don't you? Wow, he really is a genius. He even knows what you're thinking. I think it's about time I told you the truth. And I'll even get right to the point. It was me. I did it.
Wait.
What? Now both potential suspects are claiming to be the real killer.
I'm so confused right now.
If you still have doubts, how about I detail my murder plot? It's absolute genius. Enough of this nonsense. This is a court of law, not the set of some high school drama. I see I have no choice. I'm afraid I'll have to... Boy, wait your boldness. I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm in no position to hand down a verdict just yet. I am hoping that the defense and prosecution can come up with some airtight evidence. That is why I'm giving you both the rest of the day to continue investigating this case.
Pinch me, I think I'm dreaming.
Fine, do as you wish. This brings today's proceedings to a close. Court is adjourned.
My voice is gasping for air. Oh my lord. Well, that ends that episode, thank God, because my voice is dying. doing all these scary voices, crazy voices, screaming voices. Like there was a lot in this one. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and thank you Ace 9140 for following me. And I'll catch you guys in the next stream later today. See ya.